Tonight I'm very grateful to be here to hear those beautiful readings on temptation, the music and the beautiful testimonies. I'd just like to share something with you. When I came to this church, I had many chronic problems, physical problems, mental, emotional, relationship that had gone on for quite some time. I had almost accepted it as a way of life. And I have been healed of those things, but my healings did not come instantaneously or overnight. It took work on my part, and it did, as a previous testifier said, it is a way of life. And I had many habits of thinking, wrong ways of thinking that I didn't even know I was doing, that I had to cull out and change. Some of them being just fearful and negative, depressed, maybe jealous at times. I don't think I saw those as sins, but they are sins. They're not of God, and there's something not to be indulged in. And it took me a while to weed those sins out, and I still work at it. But there were two things the practitioner worked on, or gave me to work on, at times when perhaps I was feeling discouraged about slow progress. And one was in the book Collectania on page 112. Mrs. Eddy says, "In treating a claim, never become discouraged if it reappears, but go to work and keep on treating it each time, and each time it will appear in a milder form, and finally it will disappear forever." And I found this to be very true. I just kept treating, and it did disappear finally forever. And this also goes along with what she says in Science and Health on page 248. And that is this: let unselfishness, goodness, mercy, justice, health, holiness, love, the kingdom of heaven reign within us, and sin, disease, and death will diminish until they finally disappear. So I was taught to think on these things, not to be thinking about my problems. Were they getting better? How did I feel? How was my friendship developing, or my relationship with Gary at that time? Whatever my problems were. But what about me? Was I expressing unselfishness, goodness, mercy, justice, health, holiness, love? That's what I focused on. That's what I worked on. And as I did that, it is absolutely true. Sin, disease, and death will diminish until it finally disappears. Why? Because it was never true in the first place. But we must learn to put off the old man for the new. So I'm grateful for these lessons, grateful to learn patience, and to know that God is working in us and through us. And whether we have quick healings or ones that aren't so quick, He's with us, and He'll bring us through every time. So very grateful to be with you all tonight, and have a good evening.